Where's Johnson Asiedu Nkatiah as opposed to, the chief of staff? Where do we place all of them now?
The most recent poll, which is the July poll, has Harruna Iddrisu on top, followed by Asiedu Nkatiah, then Atufosin, then Julius Deborah, then Ablakwa.
Breaking news in NDC. Mussa Dankwah, head of info analytics at the Ababontain, say NDC presidential race no nipa or winning Harruna Iddrisu. Nti Asiedu Nkatiah and Julius Deborah chief justice omupompe bibintina. At the asem kesia ba NDC ntia. Onim se nipa bi no mu lead Johnson Asiedu Nkatiah on thank you to and Julius Deborah chief justice head work ni na political planner mo pese omfa mbesasidi John Dramani Mahama in the next election. Now Pegana Hanipa Bakwa ye believe in analysis in terms of politics. Mussa Dankwah recently Kwatiah no wa granted interview with Joy Pram Achechum say Nipa and this is the never Harruna Iddrisu. He's a silent man but he's going to win. Reasons no or the can and MPP so or a candidate I was say MPP deneba if they want to win the next election. Then you know kakao. You go a video no on how Mussa Dankwah a shaky NDC party no by saying Harruna Iddrisu is winning the next presidential candidate seat for NDC.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes, the first poll that was conducted in April, he was barely around 13%. Subsequent to that, in July, he rose to 27%.
Oh, 27.
So we saw his number doubling from 13 to 26%. So in terms of gain, he was the one that made a huge gain from the previous poll, in addition to Atufosin.
So who's leading on this new list? And are you still keeping the same list? Because in the last list, I think Julius Deborah was not on that list, right?
Yes, we were showing the top 5, which at the time he wasn't. Now Deborah is on the list. If you look at the list we released last week before we started the tracking poll, you have Harruna Iddrisu, you have Atufosin, you have Asiedu Nkatiah, you have Julius Deborah, you have Ablakwa, and all the big guns who we are believing that may have interest, even though some may not or we have them there.
So now let's do this. Who's number 1 on the list, and where's Johnson Asiedu Nkatiah as opposed to the chief of staff? Where do we place all of them now?
The most recent poll, which is the July poll, has Harruna Iddrisu on top, followed by Asiedu Nkatiah, then Atufosin, then Julius Deborah, then Ablakwa.
Oh, so there's Atufosin in the mix. Do you have a clear percentage point for all of these individuals? If you can run us through.
Yes, if you look at the poll, Harruna Iddrisu on 27% as at the July poll.
Yeah.
Asiedu Nkatiah on 26%. Atufosin on 22%. Deborah on 11%. Ablakwa on 8%.
So now the top 5 has completely changed. Any reason for which the vice president is no longer featuring on this list now? Because the initial one
we took the decision to take it out for a number of reasons. We don't want to put that in public, but it's our own decision. If there's confirmation that she's going to contest, we'll bring her back.
And of course, I would want to talk about Atufosin. Why Atufosin, and why is he also picking up so fast?
Right, it's quite strange. In fact, if you look at the people who are probably doing very well, they are the ones who have not declared any publicly interest or shown any action in public that they want to contest. So if you see Harruna Iddrisu, very, very little from him as far as his ambition is concerned, but people know that he's going to contest because of some of the things he's said in the past. But unfortunately, the surprising one, there's no indication whatsoever that he's going to contest. And also Ablakwa, but they are getting very good numbers so far. And if they haven't declared any intention, they are doing this well. We don't know what will happen if they do declare.
Yeah. Okay. Are you beginning to do permutations already? Say, for instance, in my mind now, I'm looking at possibly Asiedu Nkatiah against Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Asiedu Nkatiah against Kennedy Japan. These are at least the leading names in the NPP. Are you beginning to do some of the permutations already? How is it going to be looking like?
Yes, we've set out a criteria for one to qualify to be in the head-to-head. The criteria is that if you are on the MPP ticket, you must at least have 10% point from the public support for us to include you as a head-to-head candidate. And the same thing applies to NDC. When we did that for the NDC, only 4 people qualified: Harruna Iddrisu, Julius Deborah, Atufosin, and Asiedu Nkatiah. So we ran head-to-head for these 4 candidates against the 2 candidates, which is MPP, Dr. Baumia and Kennedy Japan.
Okay.
We have a head-to-head to Harruna and the 2 of the MPP candidates, Atufosin and 2 of the MPP candidates, Mosquito and the 2 MPP candidates, and Deborah with 2 MPP candidates.
That'll be an interesting one. I'm waiting for that. But let's do the NPP side. You have Ken, you have Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Have you run that already?
It's currently ongoing, yes. It's ongoing.
And it's looking like...
No, I don't want to take the cat out of the bag. I'm very fascinating weeks ahead.
Wow. So it's coming up in the next few days. Give us a sense, if you're not going to give us figures, of what some of the critical deciding factors for the NPP guys too as well.
Look, I don't want to let anything out, but we are seeing phenomenal and trend that we are observing. The key thing we've seen is that the NDC voters prefer MPP to elect Bawumia, and the MPP voters prefer NDC to elect Mosquito or Harruna Iddrisu.
Are they doing that from a good heart, a good place, if I should say, or they want someone who they can easily...
I don't want to answer that. I don't want to answer that.
Or they want someone who they can easily... Because I'm looking at this, Asiedu Nkatiah against Kennedy Japan. That will be a wild one, isn't it? Yeah, that would be a very serious one.
I mean, we just have to wait a bit more to see a bit more detail from that. I think it's going to be very fascinating. We've already done the telephone survey of general vote, so we have that idea already. But we're now doing the face-to-face in the field, where we are engaging about 7,500 more voters face-to-face nationwide. Okay, and that should be very fascinating stuff.
A sense and outlook before I let you go of the 2028 elections. Swinging right or left, NDC or NPP?
Look, it will take a big mess from the NDC to lose the election.
It will take a big mess?
Yes.
So you're implying that there's a higher chance for the NDC, you're saying?
I mean, there's more than 80% chance for NDC to win the election.
Some would, apologies, some would challenge you on that and say, and just as Dr. Mahmoud Baumia has said, no first-time candidate has ever won a presidential elections in this country. That's a fact, isn't it? So if you have Dr. Mahmoud Baumia coming again for the second time, and I'm not assuming that that's the decision the NPP delegates will take, I'm just assuming without admitting, would that not change the dynamics and looking at the trend that we've seen ever since '92?
Bless, I wish you speak to the people in your studio, the young people, your young voters, in the form of a focus group discussion and see whether the whole kind of belief. We have held some belief in this country that is outdated, irrelevant in the modern day politics of this country. We have a new brand of voters who have nothing to do with those kind of ideas. So people must be prepared to get a shock of their lives.
Right. So it's not business as usual. Anyway, Mussa Dankwah, we're grateful for your time.
At all.
So the young ones will decide.
75% of your voters below 35 years of age.
So it's going to be largely driven by the youth.
Absolutely. If they believe in those theories, fine. But from what I've seen, if they don't believe in those things, they look at tangible results. Who can deliver what they want?
Okay, Mussa Dankwah, thank you so much for your time this morning. And of course, we'll be waiting for that release. You're coming out with it this week, I believe?
No, that will be first week of October.
First week October. Of course, we'll be on the lookout for that finding. And very interesting dynamics here. But you in the audience will be the ones deciding. We have the power now to say who will become presidents, not these individuals on the panel. So let me go into the audience. Probably start off with you, and then we hear from other colleagues as well. And then I'll come to the
thank you for the opportunity. It is important that we become very real to ourselves. Very, very real. I'm a practical person and I believe in practicality. I can say with confidence that the 8 months of the NDC in office is far, far better as a citizen, a youth, compared to the 8 years of the MPP. Educationally, infrastructurally, economically. These are real things that we feel on a daily basis. If not for anything, we now have good economy, which is reflecting in the life of Ghanaians, not as party people. Because when I'm going to buy food outside there, I'm not going to go with my party card. I'm going there as a citizen. So if you look at the tangent that the NDC, my party, is going, confidently, no elections today will be held and then it will lose. As a matter of fact, Nkatiah, we are just coming from there. We went to every single household to sell the message to the people. And it will shock you that Ghanaians are descending enough to see between who an oblique person is and who a fair person is.
Okay, let's give the opportunity to some more of your colleagues to also join. Yes, you kindly introduce yourself and then we can hear your points then. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, it is Prince. I think that as humans, we are free to draw inferences on the actions and inactions of others. Yeah. And while such views should be respected, it cannot also form a proper basis for a serious dialogue. I am not in the knowledge of NDC issuing a letter indicating the opening of nominations for their presidential primaries. Nor have I seen a member or government appointee declaring their intention to contest. I think what should remain of paramount importance is the fact that President John Dramani Mahama has promised the people of reset agenda. I have not seen anything like 10 cents of Mr. Kofi.
You are already starting in politics.
Please.
Are you honestly telling me?
No, I'm coming.
Are you honestly telling me?
Yes, I'm saying that I have not seen, I have not come across 10 cents of Mr. Kofi or Mr. Kwame. What should be of supreme interest to us is the fact that President Mahama has restored the dignity of our economy. Inflation has reduced from 23.8% from January to 11.5%. He promised the good people of Ghana are going to keep the dollar between 10 and 12. He has done that. Yeah. He promised that he's going to do no fish trades.
No doubt.
He allocated 499.8 million. Over 120,000 students have benefited from that. Yeah. He established Ghana Medical Trust Fund to support people with chronic diseases. These are the things that we should be talking about. He said that free senior high school, that the NDC said that review means cancellation. He has today made the highest ever allocation to that, 3.5 billion Ghana. It has never happened before in the history of Ghana.
I get that.
He again said that $10 billion big push agenda. And you realize that he has castled for the Dowenya Afenya Dodowa corridor, about 24.8 kilometer route. And the people there.
So while he's doing that, his people are on the ground. Some of them allegedly are campaigning. You are